is over. The big question on the minds of the cricket fan, the Indian cricket fan at the moment is when is it that the team announcement is going to take place for the remainder of the three test matches. Remember, the BCCI had announced the squad only for the first two test matches, and when that squad was announced, it's then when you got to know that there will be. No Virat Kohli as well. And now that the two test matches are done, is it that you're getting to know the fact that there is a team announcement that is yet to happen. So now that the match is over, you're looking at the squad announcement. Now, first things first, let me tell you that the squad announcement is likely to take place tomorrow. But the big takeaway that's expected as far as this announcement is concerned, and that's what we're learning at the moment through reports, that Jasprit Bumrah could be rested for the third test match. That is the big news that we're getting to you at the moment. Reports suggesting that Jasprit Bumrah, the speedster, the man of the match rather, of the second test match, there could be a possibility that there will be no Jasprit Bumrah in the third test match. Now, what does this mean? We'll try and tell you all of that. But let's first tell you the reason why there could be no Jasprit Bumrah in the third test match. And what we're getting to know is the fact that it is workload management for Jasprit Bumrah that you're looking at. Remember, there is a T20 World Cup as well. Also remember, it is the same Jasprit Bumrah who 2 years back, was in trouble through the entire year. Let's say between 22-23, he was nursing his back stress fracture, went through surgery and whatnot. You're looking at Jasprit Bumrah with this squad now. He's performed impeccably well as far as the first two test matches are concerned. But just keeping in mind Jasprit Bumrah as far as the long run is concerned, so that he's fit, let's say, for the remainder of the series as well. You're looking at perhaps resting him for the third test match, because you want him to be bowling at full tilt in the third and the in the fourth and the fifth test match. Also, let's talk about his workload. As we said, man of the match performance in the second test match. In the first, if I recall correctly, in an innings, he'd bowled about 25 overs as well. So, just looking at how Jasprit Bumrah and how well he's been performing, and of course, the medical team will know a thing or two more than we do here in terms of, how much is it that his back can really take as far as the strain is concerned. Of course, as we know, with fast bowlers, their backs, are really the key, and they really need to be taken care of well. And Jasprit Bumrah has had a record where, a health record wherein you've seen him struggle as far as back troubles are concerned. So just to be cautious, and of course you're looking forward as well, not just as in terms of the entire series. Maybe I think if you were to think of what really could be the reason, maybe there is something that the medical team feels that if you're pushing him, let's say, for three matches back to back, then maybe you're risking him for the remainder of the two test matches. That could be one of the reasons. The other reason could be that, okay, if you push him now and you don't give him a break, perhaps there is a T20 World Cup as well a few months down the line, and you don't want to be risking Jasprit Bumrah at the moment. What does this mean then for the Indian team? First things first, Mohammad Siraj will be with the squad all over again. Remember, after the Hyderabad test match, he was given a break. He stayed back at home where he comes from. So in comes Mohammad Siraj. And if you're talking about what India's 11 could then look like, yes, there are questions being asked about Mukesh Kumar at the moment, but perhaps now without the services of Jasprit Bumrah in Rajkot, which is where the third test match is going to be taking place, maybe then Mukesh does get another game. Otherwise, it was a clear swap. Mukesh goes out, in comes Mohammad Siraj, and he bowls alongside Jasprit Bumrah. But now that there is going to be no Jasprit Bumrah, and I'll repeat that again for those of you joining us right now, it's reports that are telling us at the moment. Nothing official coming as far as the BCCI is concerned, but that announcement can officially be made tomorrow. That's when when the squad announcement for the remaining three test matches can happen. It's happening tomorrow as far as we understand as of now. What time tomorrow, we don't know. So stay tuned, tap that bell so that you know when we go live, and when we have that concrete news, we will break that to you here on Sports Day. So that is the one big takeaway. Let's talk about others now. Let's talk about the fact that there could be a possibility of not having a Ravindra Jadeja as well in the side, because it looks like that hamstring injury. Remember, he got run out in the first test match. He pulled his hammy, and it does look like that there could not be a Ravindra Jadeja also who recovers in time for the third test match as well. So multiple details that we have for you as far as the return and the fitness update and the availability of various players is concerned. So we've talked about Mohammad Siraj, the fact that he is rejoining the squad. We've told you about perhaps Jasprit Bumrah not being there in the third test match. Then let's now talk about the third player, and let's talk about Virat Kohli at the moment. Do we know anything about Virat Kohli? We heard from Rahul Dravid, the head coach, that they will be connecting with Virat Kohli, and it's only then will they get to know whether he is available there or not for the third test match. But also, what we're getting to know is that Virat's been traveling. He is overseas at the moment, and it's for personal reasons, as we all know. So that's as far as Virat Kohli is concerned, and maybe the team announcement is also being awaited because there has been no connect with between the team management and Virat Kohli as of now. So you want to take that call as late as possible, and we're getting to know that tomorrow it is when that call will perhaps be taken, and the announcement will also then. Be made. So that's about that. What about KL Rahul, the other player who got ruled out because of an injury for the for this particular test match? Now, as far as KL Rahul is concerned, we're getting to know that KL Rahul is doing just about fine, and he will be fit to join the team for the third test match. Now, what the matchups are now going to be like, who goes in, who goes out, that's a different conversation altogether. But as far as fitness issues are concerned, he had a quadricep issue, let me remind you. But it does appear that KL Rahul has made steady recovery, unlike Ravindra Jadeja, who continues to be at the NCA, and it looks highly unlikely that he will be a part of the third test match. KL Rahul has made a good recovery, and KL Rahul is expected to be back in the Indian 11 for the third test match, which will start on the 15th of February. So those were some of the team updates for that we had as far as availability, fitness of various players is concerned. Nothing on Mohammad Shami also, by the way, officially that we know, but it seems highly unlikely given the gravity of his injury as well. He's also taking multiple treatments at the moment, and his recovery period has also been extended. So don't be surprised if you don't see Mohammad Shami play a single test match of this series. It's highly unlikely that he will recover and recuperate in time to be able to play a test match in this particular series. As far as Ravindra Jadeja is concerned, let's hope that he recovers in time for the fourth test match, because you're not seeing him as far as the understanding right now is concerned in the third test match in Rajkot. That's as far as Ravindra Jadeja is concerned. So that's that, guys. It was lovely chatting about all of you all. And before I wrap up, let me try and answer a couple of questions as well. Karthik being a little naughty over there, saying that he'll be available for the IPL matches. I know where you're coming from, Karthik. Zimbabwe says that instead of playing Mukesh, bring Umesh. Well, you've taken a call, I think, Zimbabwe, and that's not your real name. I know that. Would have been lovely to know your real name. But yeah, I think you made a call as far as sidelining Umesh and going forward is concerned. You're just rewarding Mukesh for all the effort and all those years that he'd given to domestic cricket playing for Bengal. So it's just that for that reason that Mukesh Kumar is getting all these opportunities, and he's been your bowler across formats of late. Any chance of Dhruv Jurel making his debut is what Ankur Nayak is asking. I highly doubt that's going to be the thing, Ankur, because Rahul Dravid was asked about KS Bharat and he didn't have a lot of complaints with KS Bharat. So I don't quite think you're looking at Dhruv Jurel making his debut, especially when there's been so many ins and outs as far as player availability, workload management, and why change a winning formula? Let's say at the moment you've just won a test match in Vizag. and you don't usually make changes, that to one that's not, let's say, glaring, at least if the team is on a winning run, let's say. So I don't quite think India are going to be making that change. Having said that, yes, a dire need as far as runs are concerned for KS Bharat, because he's been rather underwhelming. Let's not let's not deny that, at least. Jatin Patel is also saying, how come is Mukesh in the bowling lineup where when there's a bowler of the quality of Bumrah? Well, that's just being a little harsh, I think. Jatin, he's got a decent record, and he's got all these opportunities because he's a proven sort of a bowler when it comes to domestic cricket. It is because of that record, and let's not forget, he did save you a T20 and not too long back, so he's shown some promise. Yes, he's been inconsistent, but let's be frank over here. These are not ideal conditions for seam bowling as well. We know he's actually more of a swing bowler, and none of these conditions are really helping him at the moment. So which is why I would say he's been a tad bit unlucky, or you could say that's why, it's not ideal conditions, let's say, for him to be really prospering at the moment. These are very tough conditions. Of Mark Wood, let's not forget, struggled in the first innings as well. For now, I'll take your leave, guys. We'll be back tomorrow on the dugout. That's where we'll we love addressing all your questions. So tune in tomorrow to the dugout. We'll take all your questions over there, and just be on standby, because the team announcement could happen anytime tomorrow. For now, I'll take your leave.